Hey, Mark Shepard here, Cowabungah.com. Today, I was thinking about something that's kind of been happening, and really, as I look back on the path that has brought me here today, I started out really ineffectual, unable to kind of be my own champion for my music and for myself as well. And I constantly kind of set up in my mindset this unfairness of the world, that I was a victim, all these very negative, self-limiting beliefs that kind of layer by layer I've been stripping away over the years with the tools of self-hypnosis and NLP and EFT and timeline therapy and these basic tools that are really nothing magical, just kind of a map for how we are wired and how we actually get the results we get, how we create our own reality. It's like the step-by-step process that each of us goes through to either make ourselves miserable or make our life magical. So I was thinking back this last week, I got an email from my friend Janice Stanfield, and she alerted me to this cool video of my song, Together We Could Change the World, sung by some Ukrainian orphans, right? And so you kind of add that video to the video done by the Girl Scouts of the Philippines, and you add to that video the almost 400,000 views that the original Together We Could Change the World with Riley O'Neill and the SIFA Choir, almost 400,000 views on YouTube of that video. You add those three videos together, and what you kind of see is the result of a goal that I set back in 2006. In 2006, I used the timeline therapy goal setting techniques to install in my future timeline this visual. 2016, I am performing to an arena the size of Madison Square Garden. It is packed, and my music is being enjoyed by thousands and thousands of people. I don't know how large one of those arenas is, how many people it holds. But I held that in my mind. I created a very vivid picture of it. I breathed my intention into it, and I installed it in my timeline for 2016. Well, 2016 is coming up. Now, in my mind, that goal, right, is still absolutely possible, even though at this moment I am a complete unknown. But the bottom line is, my intention was to share my music with people all over the world in a way that would make a positive difference in their lives and somehow be at least one small butterfly wing of pulse in the right direction for the people on this planet and for this planet. And seeing those videos, plus the many, many other videos that have been made that have had 2,000 views or 500 views or whatever, that intention is alive. It's alive and well. Even though I don't spend every single minute of my day being a quote-unquote musician, my music is out there independent of me, touching people's lives. And it's like in my mind, I also see it like a locomotive. It's slow to get going, right? But it's building momentum. That's my life's dream, to touch the lives of people all over the world, millions of people with my music, to have my song stuck in people's heads and literally changing their biochemistry into feel-good molecules pulsing through them. That's my vision of my music all around the world. And so for me, it's like looking back and going, what was it that got me from that intention almost 10 years ago to this moment where I'm still not where I want to be, but I can see massive progress, right? I can see significant progress. And ultimately, it was not talent. It is not my talent. This song is a good song. I don't think it's my best song, right? It touches people in a way that moves them. And the circumstances of me first overcoming shyness and doing all this work on myself was what put me in business networking at the Chamber of Commerce in New Haven, Connecticut. And through that, I met all these networkers, and I started doing breakfast networking sessions and learning how to just kind of hang out with people and find out about them and have conversation and engage, And so it was the perfect practice for a former shy guy to begin to get to know people. And I was invited to this sushi luncheon that a bunch of crazy middle-aged women went to every week. And every once in a while a guy would show up, and one of those guys was a guy named Bill Rodman. Long story short, he's the guy that kind of made the video possible, and he recorded. Riley O'Neill is his goddaughter. But none of that would have happened. None of that would have happened if I hadn't overcome shyness, right? If I hadn't learned, if I hadn't been willing to absolutely pour myself into learning new ideas and new ways of thinking and applying it. So ultimately, and then all the times I gave up a lot. And I would just kind of learn to dust myself off, change my state, use my tools, and get right back in there. And it's like, it's not talent or luck that leads to this kind of success. It's really intention, sending out an intention into the future of what you want, and then focusing continually back on that goal, focusing back on it, and doing whatever work you need to do. And this is not pushing. This is about intelligent work, intelligent action, being an action taker, and then letting go sometimes letting go of the form. These are all parts of the timeline goal setting. And then just letting life go on, and continuing to stay in it, never giving up, but not like tearing yourself to pieces if it doesn't happen right away, right? So that whole process is what I teach in my Cowabungah courses. And I really invite you, if you have a dream, if you have a vision for your life, if there's something that you want to do that's worth doing, that's worth living long enough to do, I can help you get there. Whether you take one of my courses or you pay the big bucks to work with me one-on-one, it doesn't matter. You can find your path with heart. You can find what Jason Capital calls your massive throbbing vision. And whatever you want, you can have it. It's possible. But the step one is to get out of our own way. Step one is to change who we even think we are, so that of course we can have what we want. Of course the most desirable women desire us. Of course career opportunities just flow in. Of course we continually to find better ways to do things, to constant never-ending improvement in all areas of our life. That's the Cowabungah that I'm talking about. And I invite you to check it out. Subscribe to this channel. I'm on a tear right now. I'm on a tear, and you're going to get a lot of good stuff for free if you just jump in and explore with me. Take action today. Visit my website, cowabungah.com. Opt in. You can get daily fresh Cowabungah, and I occasionally give some cool stuff away free. So, hope to see you. Hope to hear from you. Mark Shepard, cowabungah.com.